patrons are the Rothschild family, and she's supported by the Clintons. I mean, like, and she gets world tour exhibitions with her stated goal to satanically invert the cultures.
I'm back once again with GTV. So today we're looking through
Marina Abramovic, the spirit cooker.
Yeah, a lot of people have heard of her, but we're gonna let her talk in her own words. And this is a witch that's tied in with some of the world's most powerful people.
Yeah, a high priestess witch.
Zelensky asked for her by name to be something in Ukraine, exactly what, but he asked for her. Why would you want a witch? Well, let's just watch some videos and look at some pictures, and then we can talk about her more.
Trump is the best thing happened ever to us, that he is the magician of the highest order. Yep. That he is there in his irrational mind to create confusion in order that the human being can find new order. And you know, it's not so stupid thinking about this in that way. It's completely turning things upside down. Trump is the best thing happened ever.
He knows that he's going to create chaos, and through that chaos, they're going to bring order by destroying the Dome of the Rock, so that they can put in their third temple, so that they can do their sacrifices. These satanic bucks.
I saw they wanted him. I saw all the worst billionaires wanted Trump this last election. Netanyahu, all these people pushing him, like, oh, they want him for a reason, as he says. Like possibly like a witch or a wizard.
Yep.
And it's like, she's a little witch.
Yeah.
So let's
well then, and you see with MAGA, Magus actually is the highest order in the Church of Satan. You can go look this up right now on the website, Church of Satan, and you could find that the highest order is Magus.
They really care about language. I didn't realize that. I've had both Owen Benjamin and the Demon Erasers are both really into this terminology. And it made a lot of sense when they're breaking this down, like the spell casting.
Yes.
The way they explain how all these words, it's like a magic.
Yeah.
So, well, let's see what else we have. So demonic.
They probably mixed fluids together before this.
Yeah, it looks so demonic. I've heard lots of bad rumors about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Look at that evil smile.
Yeah. She's a huge part of this whole Illuminati thing. They play it as a cover, as if she's doing art, which allows them to get away with doing these weird satanic rituals where they share bodily fluids and like semen and blood.
Spirit cooking, they call it.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton, it's in the WikiLeaks emails of her invited to she was coming over to do spirit cooking with Hillary Clinton. This was Podesta emails. Podesta.
Yes.
Look up Pizzagate, people. They tell you it was fake. A guy came in and shot the server, one shot, and then he got killed by the cops after.
Yeah.
The people that debunked it, they're pedophiles.
Yeah.
Look up the Podesta art. Google that.
Marina Abramovic is actually in the Epstein files, where somebody was saying, "Oh, I loved your cooking ceremony."
Oh my god.
Like,
maybe at the end we pull up a little bit of that art in the in the Pizzagate. Anyways,
she works with all of these artists.
Yeah, that's who
all the celebrities we worship. Well, not me, but
Oh, this is a video from 2018 talking about Trump being a magician. This just got no one noticed this, but let's watch this. It's an older video. This is before he was reelected.
Wow.
I want to share with you one really funny opinion.
Crank it up a little bit.
In Lapland, there is a group of the shamans there who do something called collective dreaming. They will go together in seclusion and do the rituals with eating very little food and being in a solitude for a long time, and they will go and dream the dreams. And the dream have to be collective, same dream.
Pause real quick. She's talking about these sorcerers. They go and they go into dream state, and they all go in the same dream. I don't know if it's through drugs or not, but this is some wild stuff. Anyway, let's continue the video.
Probably on drugs.
Probably DMT and ayahuasca.
LSD.
The shaman told me that actually the best thing happened in this planet right now is the Trump to be the president. I said, how is this possible? It's the best thing to happen. He said, yes, because he's so irrational. He's so crazy. That's actually create that awakening that we finally wake up.
Wow.
Because before it will be another guy and everything looks similar, but he's so different than anything else. So he's the magician who waking us up. What do you think about that? That kind of theory.
This is dark. It's like this. A little bit left.
What an endorsement for Trump.
Yeah, and she was good friends with Hillary Clinton, all these Democrats, and she says the magicians who went in a dream together, probably on ayahuasca, is this magic stuff. Say Trump is good. This is like a demonic devil realm.
Yeah.
This is not a. That's what I realized. You know, messing around with psychedelics, that you can cross right into the demon world real quick.
Yeah. So for all you MAGA Christians, this is the person who's endorsing him.
Yeah, she's a literal witch, and she's saying he's good because he's going to bring in bring in the order, the Antichrist, the world government.
To our first Jewish president.
Yes, let's see what we got next.
Very Luciferian.
Yes, I think literally Luciferians. This looks like it's from my podcast with author Quan Lee. Let's go ahead.
Yeah,
And play
they
it.
love goats.
Her patrons are the Rothschild family, and she's supported by the Clintons. I mean, like, and she gets world tour exhibitions with her stated goal to satanically invert the culture.
It's so crazy if you look into her. She did like a satanic ritual with Hillary Clinton. It's in the WikiLeaks things. And Podesta, they're literally doing witchcraft, spirit cooking, they call it. What is someone running for the president doing witchcraft for? It's insane. She has all these things where they're doing like fake human, like fake eating humans and sacrifice and like drawing blood and talking about like draining blood. It's pure Satanism. And this is mainstream art. Yeah, that's not Jay-Z does stuff with her. She's like one of the biggest, most famous artists. It's insane.
There's all these famous people who literally they'll dress as demons often. You know, they'll do all these presentations at large scale events, NFL, whatever it is. She brings all this talent together, and all of them co-sign each other to spread demonic energy.
No, it's truly evil, demonic stuff. And the amount of powerful people she's connected with is scary.
She was just appointed in Ukraine
as
the head of art and it was a cultural ambassador for education, something of that sort. And it's specifically for the young people.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's done like installations targeting being nearby kids.
They always target the kids. That picture, look at that.
Obviously within that line, but that's what I see, like covering kids' eyes and weird stuff like that. This is creepy. Shout out to author Quan Lee, my favorite artist. He gave me an awesome Slaying the Teen Gay painting. So he's super. He got ostracized from the art business because you can guess who runs the art business.
Yep.
So he got pushed
the
out.
Chosen.
He was getting big, won like Artist of the Year, was getting galleries. Then he started speaking up and got pushed out and ostracized. People that want to, authorquanlee.com, I think people that want to support him.
Yeah, that's what they want. They want these artists to be pushing this, normalizing it for our culture to be like, oh, let's worship demons. Let's worship the pentagram. You see in that one, she's holding the goat.
Yeah.
Like that kind of looks like what's it called? The NASA, you know, you ever flip the NASA upside down and
interesting.
or what is it? Is it SpaceX where it's like, looks like a goat, just like the ones that they use.
We'll do that after, but
these people worship goats.
And you notice it was clips of Satanism from all the mainstream artists too. I think that's important to notice how they put this Satanism they want to push through our media. You can do that, but Kanye can never perform.
Yeah. Well, he talks about Jesus, so that's very antiseptic.
You can't worship the painter, but you can worship Satan.
Yeah. So if you wonder why are all these people pushing Satanism, well, it's this woman who's an artist pushing her agenda, and she's a witch, part of some satanic cult, pushing it onto people.
Well, let's go look at some of it. I know I had a bunch of pictures that I found just so you can see how insane this girl is. Are you ready?
Yeah. All
right. So I don't quite know what the hell that is. She's laying all these people. It looks like they're eating, circling, watching naked, food on her. This is the
art world, which is actually just a training and recruitment center for occult practitioners. That's basically what this is.
This is a good time actually for me to bring up modern art. It was created by the CIA, was involved with funding it. I remember I went to the Modern Art Museum in New York. I think it's called the MoMA. And it wasn't art. It was just trash. It was like stick figures and like paint toilets. It's not art. They wanted me to feel like stupid for not getting it.
Right.
But it's like, no, I'm not stupid. This isn't art.
Yeah.
So CIA funded it. I think they wanted to almost like demoralize us, like to see if you would play along and pretend like something pretend something's art that's not art.
Right.
Kind of like pretend a man's a woman. They wanted us to pretend this shit that's not art. Let's see. I just asked
straight up. And since she works with the Rothschilds, you see the painting that the Rothschilds have.
Yeah.
Like
that's actually in these paintings.
It looks just like the Statue of Liberty.
That's interesting. Well, let me see what it says about modern art real quick. So there's a document that CIA secretly funded and promoted abstract expressionism. The key strand as a cultural weapon during the world. It's cultural weapon. Wow. wasn't about the agency of inventing a movement or directly paying artist studios, but amplifying it internationally to showcase American freedom, individuality, creativity. They're trying to act like it was a good thing. You think CIA was funding this crap art like it was a socialist realism, the right state. So they bet they funded it. They'll try to be like, oh, we wanted to show the world how great and creative we were. It's like, no, you're showing crap. It's like a banana.
It's a mass ritual for the public to normalize satanic cults and pushing people into this odd culture of a transhumanist type of agenda where it's normalizing eating babies. And then, you know, the Epstein files comes out and they could pretend, oh, this is all just art.
Yeah. And he was into this art with babies dying too. Let's go see what the next picture is.
Taking creativity and just fucking with it.
Yeah, I mean, you're an artist of a different sort, so you know what art is.
Yeah,
this is not art. This is satanic.
This is
satanic filth. Look at this. Art. Look at this. This pisses me off. It looks like they're kids from orphanages. There's all these orphanage ties. Always these people. My guess is these are kids being. Look at the looks in their face. Look how depressed these children look.
Like they have been subverted.
Oh, this pisses me off. Next picture. It's like I think these are
very traumatizing.
Yeah, they want to show the traumatized kids. They want to show it in our face.
Yeah.
They go to these countries that are troubled. They take these kids and they abuse them. And it's like.
Yeah, and she works with children, like the Lady Gaga thing. Yeah. And it's like these ceremonies with children behind it. It's.
Oh, look at that. There's another one. Look at her face. She's holding a weapon. She looks sad, depressed.
Yeah. Get them into demonic shit while they're young.
Yeah, I think they're in these foreign countries, in these orphanages. I think they take them and like. Spirit cooking.
Oh, absolutely.
Or who knows what they do to them.
Maybe adrenochrome. They suck their blood.
Yeah, next. This is this. Look at how depressed that girl looks. It's just, it's hard researching this stuff.
It is traumatizing. Imagine being those children. Exactly. What did they go through?
That's why it's, exactly. And that's why, what is this?
So this is it was washing bones, human bones.
Those are real human bones?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're real human bones, but they probably are. Oh, it's just art, bro. It's just art.
If you tried bringing that and telling me it was art and you're doing that, I'd be like, get the fuck out of my house, dude. Get the fuck away from me, you fucking weirdo.
There's no money in art because it's a big money laundering situation for the satanic elite.
Yeah, they use it for money laundering and they push shit. Like they sold a banana for like hundreds of $1,000s at that Miami. People just go do a bunch of drugs and have sex. I mean, I've been there. It's like I partook in this hedonism bullshit, and you realize it's all just a distraction to like
makes any artist not want to be an artist. When you go to these museums, I think any artist looks at it and like, why did this get pushed?
Yeah, that's right.
Is this some big money laundering thing for some weird people? Because how did this get pushed over some other beautiful piece of art?
Arthur Quan Lee or artists like you, a different type of art, right? But it's still art. All right, let's see what we have next. Hey guys, I'm demonetized everywhere. So if you want to support me and the podcast, go to fightbackpodcast.com and you can buy some cool merch like the shirt I'm wearing now. Hey guys, I want to introduce you to one of our sponsors, Antelope Hill Publishing. Antelope Hill publishes books such as Culture of Critique by Dr. Kevin McDonald, who's someone I've interviewed on my show. He talks about the evolutionary strategy of the chosen people. So go to antelopehillpublishing.com and use promo code FIGHTBACK to support the podcast and get a discount. That's antelopehillpublishing.com and promo code FIGHTBACK. Yeah, this is just to show that she's good friends with Hillary Clinton.
She says, I am chill with Hillary.
Look at her face. She looks kind of like Laura Loomer. Like she's got a lot of work done.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah. She looks like she's been through some demonic shit. And she's pushing all of these politicians. This is part of their rituals. Mm-hmm. It's part of their rituals. Bring these people in. I'm sure they did some spirit cooking, got some blackmail on her.
You have to do some spirit
Call it
cooking.
Art.
Spirit cooking is when you take cum, semen, blood, semen, and you mix it with a spirit ritual.
Yeah, mixing fluids together to mix consciousness.
And she's talking about how they dream state, they go in, they told Trump, like they believe it. We don't necessarily believe it, but these are the elites and they believe it. Yeah. They believe it. All right, let's see what we got next.
Yeah. Basically, her work is exploring. So this is what this says. It's her work explores the limits of human endurance. It's actually a research into transhumanist concepts.
Wow.
She explores how to transcend human limitations through occult techniques, connecting ancient practices with modern technological aspirations.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's demonic.
Right, the art world is a cover for their activities, period.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's art. This is an important one because this is her with, is this Jacob Rothschild? It's one of the Rothschilds.
Yes.
I think it's Jacob Rothschild. And guess what that painting is behind her? I think you mentioned it earlier.
Lucifer.
Summoning his legion.
Summoning his legion, yep.
When someone tells you who they are, believe them.
how closely does that look like the Statue of Liberty too?
That is interesting.
Right.
But they are literally telling you who they are in this picture. They're saying, they're mocking us, saying,
Yeah.
here's us standing before Lucifer,
Yeah.
summoning his legions. We're telling you who we are. We're
This
doing
is
witchery, witchcraft.
100% a Luciferian cult. And this is what they worship. The people that run this world, it's Satan. Even the Bible talks about it. The prince of this world. Who is it? Satan.
Mhm.
Who owns everything and was able to give that to Jesus. You know, they were, when he was in the
Give
desert
everything
for
you
40
want.
days, they were like, oh, we could offer you all of the nations and everything. And guess who owns it? These weird satanic pedos.
And they want to gaslight you and call us conspiracy theorists
Yeah.
when they're literally standing in front of Satan. And his, Rothschild say, we created Israel. Epstein says, we work for the Rothschilds. Now they're standing in front of Lucifer. It's like,
I used to think that, like, oh, maybe when you get so rich, you get bored and then you end up into these things. But I think it's like they're one and the same.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to get into these things in order to be put into power.
Well, a lot of people say they've had to do sacrifices or sell their soul. Kanye said he sacrificed
his mom. Yeah.
Look at Elon Musk. His firstborn son died.
Right.
That's the most valuable sacrifice.
Right.
Also, people saying they sold their souls. Bob Dylan said he sold his soul to the devil.
Makes sense.
He's not a funny, joking guy.
No.
Eminem said he sold his soul to the devil.
Yeah. These people are all pushed. So it's like the real artists all get pushed down while they try to make it, looking up to these people who are actually just controlled by the Illuminati, by these people who are just freaks.
Yeah. Bob Dylan even said basically his music just came to him like in a trance, like flow to him.
Right.
So, all right, let's see what we got next.
Of course, with the baby.
How do you rationalize this art? Like, how do you say this is art?
It's definitely a white baby, white goyim.
Yes, the white babies are their favorite.
Their favorite.
They love pure white babies.
It's their favorite flavor. That white meat.
Yeah.
All right. Here we got Lady Gaga standing in front of what looks like to be a dead body filled with blood, and they're tasting it as if this is some type of food.
Would you eat that?
No. Heck no.
Would you go to this party with all the elites? It's full of the most rich, elite, most powerful people in the world. And they go to parties like this where they fake cannibalism.
Yeah. And they're drinking it. She's got the spoon in her mouth. They're all drinking it, like all taking part in this ritual that's supposedly performance art.
And they do it out in the open. It's like they want to like mock us with it, show us what they're doing.
It's like karmic retribution. They have to tell us. And if we don't believe it, that's on us.
Yeah, I think I believe them.
I believe them.
Yeah. All right.
They tell you what they do. Believe them.
I think, when someone tells you they are, believe them. I think we have a couple more videos to check. Look at all the children.
Yeah.
Why do they have children there? These are the same people that are like fake sacrifice. Now they have children.
Yeah, they take these really good artists and then they turn them
Ladies
into
and gentlemen,
satanic freaks.
Gentlemen, please join me and the PS22 chorus of Staten Island to welcome
Glamour Woman of the Year.
Glamour Woman of the Year.
She's handing these awards out.
Lady Gaga.
These are the people that they want our children to look up to.
Yeah. You know something I noticed? They don't have to take these young childhood stars and then they turn them into thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah. They've done that with multiple cases. The name's slipping right now where they get these young childhood
every single
stars,
one.
And then like Hannah Montana, I think what was her?
Yeah, Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. She was a child Disney star. And then they turn them into the worst thought. Britney Spears. And
they all go crazy.
So
and then they get put on a 5150. And then they've all got the same like psychologist that comes and diagnoses them, puts them on drugs. And that guy was actually an IDF, previous IDF guy. And they all use the same person.
There's this Harvey guy that got the text, that he's now institutionalized.
They take these people, these goyim, who have the ability to create, and they destroy them. They extract as much value from them as possible until they're useless, and then they dispose of them.
Yeah. Also, think about what happens when you take someone, a childhood star, you make them wholesome. Parents let them watch them. They love this person. Then they grow up. They turn them. And you've already allowed your kid to love this person and watch them. They're a fan. You can't switch it at that point.
Yeah.
So I think it's intentional.
I have a hard time worshiping any artist on stage anymore. It's just like, I can't do it. I get discernment. I don't know how people don't. It's almost like they've been indoctrinated to love this type of stuff. And this is what people see as power. They don't know anything else but this. So it's like,
yeah, there might be artists I respect, but you should never worship another person. You know, you can respect people, but you have to always be able to take your respect back if they start misbehaving. Trump's a perfect example. I don't know if you did. I voted for Trump first term.
I did too.
Once you see he's a demon, it's like, I changed my opinions.
Well, they usher in the problem, give us Biden, this dude who has dementia. He's falling off bikes. He can't even speak correctly. And the next thing you know, like, we're going to take whatever better option there is.
You know what was funny with that? They acted like he has no mental problems, And overnight, they all admit, yeah, he has.
Yeah. He was sharp as a tack.
Yeah, sharp as a tack. All right, what do we got next here? We got a little more of this one.
She's got the witch hair too.
Exactly what I was thinking. That hair. It looks like a witch. Character, a witch.
It's some demon from an ancient book or something they're trying to recreate.
They would be terrified of that, right?
I would be.
I would be. Yeah, it's like
it's the exact depiction of witches that you've always heard of.
Both of them. Oh, they just look so disgusting.
Yeah. Look at her.
What drugs they have?
Wow.
Dead woman walking.
You know, I was sitting there this whole time with my mom and dad and Emma, my friend, and I was thinking, I'm not going to cry. I'm going to be fine.
All right. I don't think we need to watch this garbage. Let's see. I think.
But you see what happens to all these celebrities, like Nicki Minaj. She talks about how like she ushers in this other being to speak in life into them.
It's like a demon.
Jay-Z was talking. Yeah, Jay-Z was talking about how like, before he raps, he just ushers in this other sentient consciousness.
Nicki Minaj's demon is Roman Polanski. She named him, which is the guy who he raped. He was a Hollywood producer of The Chosen. He raped a 13-year-old girl and fled out of the country, but all Hollywood still loved him.
Where'd he go?
I think it was France, actually, not Israel. But he is a citizen of Israel.
Wow.
Marilyn Manson cut his pregnant wife's belly out. I don't think that was a coincidence.
No. I knew when I was a kid, when you see all these artists, it's like they're part of some type of Illuminati thing and they're blackmailed. It doesn't feel like it's natural. Like, oh, you just got real engagement. It's like what happens on YouTube. Yeah. Like, you know,
people
like
get boosted. We get shadow banned.
Exactly.
All right, let's see what we got next. This is Ben Swan. I believe he got fired because he was the only guy to cover Pizzagate. And then he just got silenced. I don't know the details.
I told you that earlier this week, but how crazy is this? One of the most disturbing characters of the entire Pizzagate saga is actually connected to Epstein and to Ukraine's Zelensky.
Well.
I'll explain that totally bizarre connection.
Well, he got fired
in a second. First, Zelensky appears to be connected to Epstein into the trafficking of girls and children in Ukraine. And it was the upheaval in Ukraine that Epstein claimed in his emails would create many opportunities. So the question, were those opportunities to traffic women and children out of Ukraine?
Yes.
In the newly released Epstein files, we find repeated references to two Kiev-based modeling agencies, both still operating today. In one email, a sender tells Epstein that they're the best agencies in Kiev. The others only provide, quote, cheap escorts. Another message offers Epstein contact information for someone connected to around, quote, 400 girls. The files don't stop
real quick.
Modeling.
I just think it's important people to realize that modeling agencies is what they use to recruit their sex trafficking.
Right.
So if you're a parent, don't put your kid in these agencies.
Right.
They use that.
Yeah.
That's what Epstein used to traffic children.
Yeah. Les Wexner owned Abercrombie and Fitch. They were part of the beauty pageants this is how they recruit them. And, Erica Kirk was seen at the same modeling agency, Next Model Management, where Epstein would go to recruit these women.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
I didn't do a lot of research into that Charlie Kirk. Like I said, sometimes there's too much going on. And I know it takes so much to properly research something, takes so many hours.
Well, this is proven. And she just doesn't have a good response for it. She didn't say anything about it. They tried to ask her about it and nothing, no response, crickets.
If I was her publicist, I would say never do another interview again. Just stay out of public. Don't talk. The best thing you can do is just not talk. She's so unlikable.
And stop saying Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, my fellow white people.
Document travel routes from New York to Kiev, apartments arranged for women, extended stays, and logistics. They also show real estate dealings, including 2017 discussions involving Epstein and a mansion purchase in Lviv. Emails tracking large money transfers and hundreds of thousands of dollars tied to the deal. But Epstein's involvement in Ukraine was much deeper than just accessing models. He was ready to take advantage of the country's upheaval. Take a look at this email from 2013. just before the CIA-led coup that overthrew the government of Ukraine. Epstein writes, quote, Ukraine upheaval should provide many opportunities.
Wow.
Yeah, pause again real quick. Epstein's involved with everything, including Ukraine.
Yeah.
It was, I know, George Soros was involved with that, the CIA. It was a democratically elected president they had there. We pushed these protests through, they were organized to push a coup to get that guy out. And that's when they came in. And then Zelensky ended up in charge, who was one of the chosen.
It's all part of the plan. It's the same with the COVID-19. And you see COVID-19, you see Ukraine here. And guess what? The most main topics that were censored back in 2020, they even said it on YouTube's information guide that if you speak about COVID or Ukraine, you will get shut down. Whether you have a good opinion, bad opinion, you can't talk about it.
Yeah, everything we should be able to have opinions on. For them to be able to be like, this is the opinion, it can't be discussed. That is not science. That is not truth.
Yeah.
That's censorship.
Yeah.
Oh, also Zelensky said Ukraine will be one big Israel.
That makes sense. And you see in like Thailand, you see all of these like Ukrainian prostitutes that get pushed over.
Yeah.
Apparently there's their handlers that steal their passports and then they're just forced to be prostitutes.
Yeah.
Like
Sick.
so much disgusting stuff has come out of Ukraine. There's a reason why we wanted them, and it was not to free them for democracy. And there's a good way to demonize Russia and say that they're the problem, when if you look into it, it's like actually that's supposed to be Russians' land, and now we're taking it.
Similar to another war. Anyways, let's finish this video.
The year was 2013. Ukraine was in the middle of a political crisis, and Epstein sent that message to the head of the Rothschild banking group. Emails indicate, along with others, that Epstein worked directly for and with the Rothschilds,
Patterns
specifically on taking advantage of the chaos being sown in Ukraine. Well, not long after those emails were sent, the Rothschild-linked interests aggressively moved into Ukraine, buying assets that had collapsed in value after the 2014 upheaval. We're talking about land and energy and infrastructure. And when Petro Poroshenko emerged as president, control of major financial and industrial assets didn't leave oligarchs. They simply changed hands.
In order to stop any insinuations, we have already prepared and fully agreed upon a deal to transfer our stake in Roshan to the Rothschild Trust, a company with an impeccable reputation.
Every single time.
Poroshenko's name will not be listed among the owners.
See shekels.
Poroshenko lost power, and a television comedian by the name of Vladimir Zelensky won the presidency. And Jeffrey Epstein, he seems to have made a new friend, because he later writes to a Ukrainian-born woman, quote, I want you to start reading about politics in Ukraine. Zelensky, corruption, parliament. He later writes, yes, it is funny but sophisticated corruption. Huge amounts of money.
Mike was involved with corruption.
I'd like
there
to
as
see
well.
you as a female oligarch.
Of course.
And
Epstein
they're both
and
involved with shady deals.
had lunch multiple times together. And then Zelensky himself appears to be accused of being complicit in human trafficking in Ukraine.
Wow.
In a redacted email, Zelensky's misspelled name is found, stating that he allowed modeling agent Jean-Luc Brunel to traffic girls out of the country.
He's a convicted sex trafficker.
Brunel, well, he was found dead in a prison cell in 2022 while he was being held on suspicion of rape of minors, sexual exploitation.
He died in prison. Yeah, another death in prison.
But Jeffrey Epstein.
I think we're stupid.
And we're not done yet, because in a plot twist to this story, there is another major Pizzagate connection. See, Zelensky himself, in September of 2023, he invited performance artist Marina Abramovic to serve as an ambassador for Ukraine.
Oh, really?
She would specifically help to rebuild schools and
Wow.
support children affected by the war.
Schools, they
Yeah,
were.
gotta put the satanic woman with the children, of course.
Affected by war. A lot of them are probably orphans.
She is also a central character in the original Pizzagate story.
Then you see those sad kids
throughout the
in their lap.
Podesta Pizzagate emails, Abramovic's name comes up often. She is a bizarre performance artist who performs something called spirit cooking, which is a ritualistic use of blood and semen. Much of her art
totally
involves
normal.
highly sexual
You guys, you want
and
spirit cook?
cannibalistic
No.
themes. So the question
Be
is,
gone,
what
demon.
qualifies
Let's mix our
her
blood and
to be
semen
an
together. How about
ambassador
that?
for
Yeah,
Ukraine,
that does not
dealing
sound like something I'm cool with.
specifically
And these are the most powerful people in the world.
But
Like,
once again, there's so many bizarre issues that seem to be
you can
raised.
see why he's fired
with these
and banned
emails.
from mainstream
Oh,
media.
of
The names
course. This
listed
guy's on a
in
sick
the Epstein
one.
files are not necessarily connected to human and child trafficking, right? But some certainly seem to be. And in this case,
Shut it down.
Zelensky,
convicted
who
sex
runs a
trafficker.
country that for years has been known as a hotbed for pedophilia and human trafficking, also seems to have found a powerful connection with and to Jeffrey Epstein. and even after Epstein's death, continue to remain connected to those who celebrate ritualistic torture.
Wow. So I
Yeah.
definitely got out of this that Russia's the bad guy.
Yeah, that was great journalism. I'm
Yeah.
actually interviewing him next week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was very good, the breakdown.
Yeah.
I hadn't really, he pretty much, I used to see his thing, then I think he got fired. So he's been pretty much banished because he's covering truth.
Yeah.
Is that all the videos, or do we have one more?
Sounds like we need to sanction these Rothschilds, get them the fuck out.
Yeah, you know, the painter
Arrest him.
arrested a Rothschild. And
Yeah.
that's when World War II kicked off.
Yeah. What a terrible guy
Yeah.
that he did that.
Yeah, how dare he arrest the Rothschild?
Yeah, what
Looks like, click on that one. Let's see what that witch is right there. It says Marina Abramovic mentor. Let's see what she looks like. She looks like a nice, swell, lovely lady. Yeah, do you see the Rothschild?
Jeez.
Yeah, look at that.
A lot of you.
That is Marina Abramovic. She's, I mean, you heard her talking
looked
about
like
the witches
yeah.
and the wizards doing
Yeah.
the dreaming, and
Mhm.
so clearly these people believe it. They believe it, whether we do or not. The elites believe it.
Yeah. Look what she was called out of
Oh
hell.
my god!
I just I like santal and incense mix.
Mixed with blood.
You can barely talk. Yeah.
Of course, we had a big thing to say, so we said it.
All of their clothing looks like they're demons. Like they're
Yeah.
really trying to normalize demonic culture.
No, they really do. It looks like-
Balenciaga. They were literally had like
But that has
their
to be
modeling
tied in,
shows
yeah.
with the babies inside of bags. Everybody who went and visited.
yeah, this is some of the most expensive designer stuff. They
Art.
put that there, art. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not art. So I think we have one more video. Let's watch that real quick. No, it's demonic. It's all connected.
Mhm.
The powerful people,
Oh,
the modeling
100%.
agencies, all this. You start seeing these patterns. Recognizing patterns, though, is antiseptic.
Oh, it's the most antiseptic thing. We would never do that.
No, we won't notice.
No. Okay, she sent an email to Tony Podesta. For a spiritual medium. Yep, this was in the Epstein files.
That's some good music to get it heated.
Right?
The goat, they sacrifice
Mhm.
goats. Like humans can, yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
Clearly. And it's not a joke. I know it is. Humans.
Ugh.
Why is she doing something?
Gosh.
Like, this is art,
Probably somebody she killed.
right?
Summoning hell to
Look at that.
earth.
These are just sick people.
Mhm.
These are who are running our world.
Mhm.
Like some skinny birds.
Luciferian as fuck. With a sharp cut deeply into the. Oh, there's Tony Podesta. Yeah, she's the handler.
God. James Franco.
You want to be rich? Drink this blood.
You must kill this baby with me. I mean, they're pretending like they're cannibals. Are they just pretending?
Yeah, I don't think this is pretend. Let me tell you what they do.
Beyonce.
Believe them. Stabbing a woman in the chest, that's normal.
Oh, this is
Oh,
dark.
God. Imagine going to one of these parties.
No, I can't. I would just leave. If
Me
I walked
neither.
in, I would get the hell out of there. If I walked into a place like this or walked to someone in Podesta's art, I would leave.
I don't think we're getting invited, bro.
You have to eat a baby first. Something interesting in New York, in Epstein files, there was a restaurant called Cannibal. And that's where there's all this baby jerky and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's almost like they're laughing at the goyim,
Yeah.
being like, yeah, they're eating at a place called Cannibal. Ha, ha, ha. If only they knew what they were eating.
And the pizza place right next to Comet Ping Pong
Mhm.
used to have the satanic, like the spiral that they
That's used for pedophile. It's a sign
Yep.
of pedophile. That's also in Voodoo Donuts in a place up in Portland.
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
if they took it out or not, but I think there was some allegations of those people that you can look at the FBI thing and that sign. Oh, just a coincidence.
All of their art, all of their advertisements all include that symbolism. And
Yeah.
the goyim are starting to notice.
The goyim are noticing.
Yep.
Well, anything to add?
No, I think I'm good.
Check out Jake GTV on all platforms pretty much.
Yeah. Check me out. Thank you guys. Jake GTV. Have a good one.
As many of you know, I have many controversial guests, so that comes at a cost of being demonetized everywhere. So if you want to support the program, go to fightbackpodcast.com, and I have all kinds of merch on there, whether it's jiu-jitsu, fighting, political, and other accessories. And thanks for the support.